Hello and welcome to Journeys of Restoration, my channel. I'm your host, Jacinta Canary, and here on this channel, I talk about forgiveness, my faith, my mental health, and all things related to healing and how we go through this process. So, I've spoken about my childhood, my mom, my dad, and a little bit about how I came to Scotland and United Kingdom, my experiences. Today I'm talking about forgiveness and how that forgiveness has come to be an important part of my healing in my journey of mental health. In South Africa, I've experienced some adverse experiences growing up and I couldn't understand. So, between the ages of 9 and 10, I was sexually abused by a trusted member in the community and didn't know how to express the feelings and emotions around that. I was just very anxious. It manifested in me wetting the bed, being anxious, being nervous, waiting myself in school, be too afraid to go and ask the teacher to go and even go to the bathroom or even go anywhere. My friends had to go and ask for me. And even in high school, beginning of high school, that's also impacted me. I was very nervous and anxious. I was afraid all the time, didn't really connect with people. I would say very defensive and guarded. And whereas I got older as well, I've experienced gun crime and also other assault. There was two incidences where I was with someone and we drove somewhere that was in the apartheid stages still. Before we got independence, me and this gentleman went to go for a drive somewhere, and some white youths came up to us and threatened him and myself, and he wanted to go and defend. And something told me within, get him to just calm down and get out of there, because there's about 4 or 5 young white men there, and I feared that I was going to be sexually assaulted. This young man probably would have been assaulted as well physically, and things could have gone horribly wrong from there. So I just told him, let's go. Just let's go. We can sort this out another way. You can bring your friends later. Just let's go now. And just to diffuse the situation, managed to get away, carried on life as usual, and then realized, oh, this is very difficult experience. This is not normal. I've also had another experience where I was driven outside and held at gunpoint because I tried to end a relationship because of what happened, and I tried to get away from this relationship. All these things coupled with lots of new situations, triggers, can cause severe mental health and depression, and also post-traumatic stress disorder, which is called as PTSD, with people like myself who have experienced many incidences of abuse and trauma, like the sexual abuse, the crime at gunpoint, and also physical assault, which made me more wary, more defensive, more guarded, and had to work through those things and didn't understand. But that is coupled as complex post traumatic stress disorder, also obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD tendencies, having to have things in certain places, having to have safety in knowing a routine. Anything out of the routine and the rhythm could cause upset or distress and can trigger certain situations as well, and feelings and emotions. So people who tend to have control of their surroundings with obsessive compulsive disorder tendencies and behaviors also could have been experiencing a lot of things, sometimes trauma is not even physical, it could be emotional. It could be certain words, how people speak to you, which take you right back to that place. And as children, we are not given the dialogue to express our emotions and feelings. And that is just part of that to start processing. In the forgiveness, it is important for the mental health journey to forgive oneself. Otherwise, those feelings of shame, guilt, betrayal, rejection, abandonment can internalize and can make you feel like something's wrong. For a long time, I felt something's really wrong with me. People don't like me. People won't love me if they really understand what happened to me. I thought I was damaged and was broken. And for a long time, I internalized all this, which then affected my self esteem, how I related to people. And that also then compounds problems. It gets really complex. But just today, I just want to touch upon the four stages, the fourfold stages of forgiveness that Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Dr. Desmond Tutu, has also outlined and identified. So in forgiveness, there's four stages. There's one, there's telling the story, telling what happened to you. Number two is naming the hurt, so naming all those feelings. If someone did these damaging things to me, I felt pain, disappointment, betrayal, shame, guilt, embarrassment, frustration at times, and anger. Number three, granting forgiveness. So granting forgiveness was more important to grant forgiveness for myself, because from a biblical perspective, it is told that you must forgive, but nobody tells you it's not good to be in contact with the other person if it's causing you harm. Forgiveness just means moving on, but forgiveness means you have to give yourself time to go through the emotions and feelings. Number four is renewing or releasing the relationship. So renewing the relationship means if the person is able to take accountability and responsibility for what they've done, then you can move forward and renew the relationship with new boundaries, obviously, to protect yourself and also to know where you stand with each other. The other part can also be to release the relationship. Sometimes the other person doesn't have the capacity, or maybe the person has died, or you're in a different country, so you can't really engage. So that means you release that relationship and you don't hold on to the feelings and the emotions. And I hope this will help you understand and process some of the forgiveness. Obviously, it goes in different stages and it can take time, different lengths of time. Everybody's journey is different. And we'll move on to our verse today, which is taken from Psalm 86, verse 5. And we read, "O Lord, you are so good, so ready to forgive, so full of unfailing love for all who ask for your help." And God is always there ready to help us and try and comfort us and make us know that we are worthy and we deserve a beautiful life. So from the brokenness can sometimes come beautiful. You can see the beauty again in living your most beautiful life. So thank you for listening. And I hope this has brought some light onto some of the journey of forgiveness and the stages in your mental health journey. And thank you for listening. Stay blessed and beautiful, and I'll see you next time.